So, hey guys, welcome back. Well, so my videos are almost done. This is the third last video. After this, there are gonna be two short videos. This will be probably the longest, apart from the first one. This question usually comes as describe the features of different graphic software packages. And then you wonder, what are the different features? So, it's just like when questions like this come in exams or anything, what you do is you divide the lines into two sides. One, which is painting packages, and the other, drawing packages. So let's start with the painting packages. So a painting package produces images by changing the color of pixels on the screen. So basically, if you have like an image and you want to change the color or the way your picture looks, that you can do in a painting package. Second point, these are coded as patterns of bits to create a bitmap graph file. Bitmap graph files are used for images such as scanned photographs or pictures taken with digital camera. So this one basically gives itself an explanatory. So I'm gonna add some few things. When these come to these packages, it basically like the thickness and the color, the styling of the border to fill the color, the width, the height, the position. Because the software uses mathematics. Vector graphics can be made with very small or large with no quality. So the vector graphics software will calculate the pixels and the color that is required for the resolution of the screen or the printer that can output the images. So the object which makes up the vector graphics can be grouped together to produce complex objects. Grouping the objects make creating and editing images a lot easier, let me tell you that. When the objects are grouped, it isn't possible to move part of an image by mistake. For example, a logo. So a logo might be made up of several objects that are like grouped together. Maybe a line, maybe a curve, maybe a triangle. Then you group it all together to make a good looking logo. So the logo can be used as a single item. So it will be grouped and then it will be like frozen. So it will be like a one thing after it's done. The objects can be placed in fonts, different objects, and this is called the order. This is a very powerful and a useful technique you can control. How much of an object is placing it behind another object. And then there is like the drawing package. The drawing package produces images that are made up of color, lines, and shapes, and circles, squares, and rectangles. So basically shapes. And when an image is saved in a vector graphic file as a series of instructions which can be used to recreate it. So in vector graphics, with a series of instructions, you can recreate an image that has already been made or bring back which one you have saved. So this is a brief explanation of the drawing package. If you want to know more, please do ask questions. I do not mind at all. Now, as you know, both of them are different, yet they all have the same common features. So I'm going to be saying these common features down. Um, Instead of explaining on the video, I actually took the liberty of listing it all down, in which it will be easier for you to note it down if you can watch the video. So draw straight lines and freehand lines. Freehand lines are basically the ones you draw with your hand, like with the pad and the pen, like I've described in the earlier video. And drawing regular predefined shapes, squares, rectangles, circles, triangles, using the tool. So you can actually add text and change the style and the font size. So if you want the Arizona calligraphy style, you can change it to that. Changing the size of the object or the scaling. Just imagine you have a triangle with the length of with an entire base of 2 centimeter and the height of 8 centimeter, and you want to make it bigger. So basically, mathematically, you can make these and practice questions because you can actually change the size of the object or like the scale. Rotating objects in either clockwise or anti-clockwise. So you have an image and you want the image to be slanted in a way or an opposite way because the way you took the picture. Then you can totally do it in either of them because it's common in both the graphic packages. Stretching out objects horizontally and vertically. Flipping an object either horizontal or vertical. So this is basically like flipping a page or turning over a page. So this is like basically if you have taken your phone and taken a picture and that picture was slanted and you want it to be rotated or you want to flip it either horizontally or vertically, then you can use either one of them. A paint palette from different colors and patterns. So a paint palette is where you can draw like the freehand lines as I mentioned in the first point. So it's not only lines, you can add anything you like. So the paint palette is basically for the color and your option to choose. A fill options for coloring in shape or area screens with color or pattern from the paint palette. So basically it's like choosing the color you want on the shape or inside the shape or maybe the lines that cover the shape. So you can choose any of that from the paint palette. So most of the graphic packages have clip art pictures. Clip art pictures are basically the like those animated pictures. Those are usually available in all graphic packages. Another common feature between them is both of them can zoom and magnify. But like I said before, not both of them have very good quality. It depends on which one has the good one and which one has the bad one. Like I was saying, the bitmap has a large one and the vector has a small one, but the scalings are different. So now if you want to see the clarity, it's going to be different for both. But both of them do have that option. Next point is special brushes such as airbrushes can be used to achieve different paint effects on the screen. So not only on canvases can you use these different kind of brushes to bring out effects, but you can also bring in different kinds of brushes to specialize or give that deep effect or the deep thought like artists would say. In most graphic, these features are chosen from a toolbar or a palette where they are displayed as icons. I think that line practically tells itself what it is. So most graphic have these special features, which can be chosen from the toolbar, of course, or most people call it a tool palette, where it is as just there, like you can either click on it. So it's like this icon that has been displayed on that palette. And in that palette, you get to choose which one you want. Exporting is a special way of saving produced using graphics so that it can be used in another application packages. So that's one of the very main common thing that happens within the graphic packages. When exported file is needed in another application, it is opened in a special way called importing. So when somebody asks you, how can importing be explained in graphic software packages? There you go, you have your answer. When exporting file is needed in another application, it opened in a special way called importing. Let me tell you that question can get a lot of marks by just answering this. So this is basically just a few, and these graphic softwares have a lot of more. These are just the very few I've made. I've made the common features, but I haven't made the different features between both of them. I couldn't make the video really long. It should have been within 10 minutes. So I'm just trying my best. I've summarized it all. And if you do have any questions, please do link it down below. Thank you. I hope you watch my next video. It won't be as long as this one, but I'm sure you would learn a lot.